So I've been scheming, I've been thinking, I've been contemplating recently about manga and anime, which it's not an obscure thing when you actually look at this channel because that's pretty much all we talk about. But I've been thinking about manga, anime, each new series that's been coming out, older series, new IPs. But if you've like me and you've been watching and reading series for such a long time and you've witnessed the growth of anime and manga throughout, years. I'm not that old. I can't flex like I've been doing this for decades. But throughout the years, you've seen the evolvement and improvement of different series that are long lasting, that have improved upon the original IPs up till now. And you see new series come and you see new series go and old series drop off. That's not very uncommon in the manga anime market. It's a fast-paced, constantly ever-changing media. I've been thinking about how series are so important for people to want to get caught up to and want to be able to debate and talk about these topics with other people that have been watching the series for a long time or just getting into the series. And I think a lot of it has to do with social media because of how heavily it's pushed. Is if you're not watching this or if you're not caught up to this series, then you're going to get spoiled or you're going to get leaks or you're not going to be able to debate or have an opinion in these certain series, which occasionally it's kind of true. Like, I don't want anybody telling me why Goku isn't the strongest when bro hasn't even watched anything of Dragon Ball. So I kind of understand it. But one series where it's kind of a little weird in some sorts is One Piece. And to say that is also strange, especially nowadays, because it feels like around 2018, I would say, it seemed like a heavy push for people to get caught up to One Piece. And I really may change that year because it really felt like the boost of TikTok, where it felt like a lot of people just had to get caught up to One Piece. If you weren't watching One Piece, if you weren't caught up to the original source material, then you just couldn't talk about it or you just were out of the loop, right? And as a person that has been watching and reading One Piece for years, I'm talking about way before it got popular, I was kind of confused because before then, One Piece just wasn't talked about like that. Obviously, you're going to have the hype from Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach even, and then a new series coming out like MHA, Black Clover, Demon Slayer. One Piece just wasn't heavily pushed as that. And that's kind of crazy because it is a big three. It is in that market of Naruto, Bleach, and, One Piece. It is in the big three, but over here in America, its popularity it was constantly rising, but it just wasn't as popular as Dragon Ball, Bleach, and I would say Naruto. It just didn't have the popularity. But then the movement of TikTok happened and social media pushed it to where One Piece gained a higher level of popularity amongst people, and like they just all had to get into the series. And then came the fact that One Piece has over 1,000 episodes, and people just were quick to drop it, or people were quick to put it off or say they're not going to read it because it's 1,000 episodes. Like, who is really trying to get into a series that has 1,000 episodes and then a manga which has hundreds of chapters proceeding after those 1,000 episodes? If you get caught up to that, like, it's a lot to divulge and invest all of your time into this one medium, and people can have so much other things to do that they don't want to spend all that time doing this one thing. And it's understandable because, trust me, I got into One Piece when I was very young. Like, the time I have now, I could not get caught up to One Piece had I just started at this time point in my life now, because it's just too much to invest into. I'm sorry to say, but I'm glad I started when I was younger, because now I can just, new chapter out, read it. New episode out, watch it. You feel me? So, point is though, why is it the fact that even if you dropped it a while ago, or you was watching it and you're caught up, it's almost impossible to just give up completely on One Piece? Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, obviously there's some outliers, like people that just completely just said it's trash, completely not for them, never gonna watch it, and people that just got to where they wanted to be and like, I'm good, I'm done, right? But for some odd reason, the people that started and drop it or pick it back up or have consistently watched it, it's almost impossible to give up One Piece. Like, it's something that's compelling you to come back to the series. And for me, as somebody who's watching it from a younger age, it was so many times where I had to like give up for a little bit and then come back. Like, I would stop watching for a little bit and come right back. And especially that happened to Skypiea. Oh my goodness, why was the arc so long? It made me stop watching One Piece for like 3 different times in a row before I could finally pick it up and finish all the way through. Like, Skypiea was tripping. But, that's something I notice a lot, is that people will talk about One Piece being long, will talk about whether or not want to get into it, but as soon as they get into it, no matter how long it takes, for some odd reason, they can't resist coming back to it. And I don't know if it's because of the spoilers that be coming out, the anime One Piece tubers that be talking about it online. I don't know what it is, but it's a compelling factor that has bringing the audience back into the series over and over again. And, even though I said I don't know what it is, I have a couple theories of what I think it is. All right. And one big theory I think it is that One Piece's story is so well driven that it kind of compels you to come back to it. Right. And the way I'm talking about this is it's set up for different things that we don't know yet. And the different missing information that we are trying to understand brings you back so you can completely put the puzzle together. And now I don't mean this like plot holes, because plot holes is different. Naruto, Dragon Ball, Bleach, those are anime full of plot holes. And even One Piece, it has its plot holes too. But what I mean by this is that there are so many different setups for what we don't know about One Piece that we can't just completely put it off, because we want to know the information, the mysteries that we haven't figured out yet. Like what happened during the Void Century? Who is Emperor M? Who is that? Well, how did Noah get down to the bottom of Fishman Island? How are the pacifistas? How are they doing this? How did they? It's just so many different mysteries that we don't know. Why does Mihawk have the same eyes as Emperor M? Who is Luffy's mom? Meaning Dragon's wife. Like, what is the story behind this? Like, it's so many mysteries that we don't have the answers to, that I feel like it compels every person that really gets into One Piece to basically come back to it, no matter how long it takes, because you just want to know. And I'm sorry if you get spoiled or leaks happen or you just somehow find out without reading, because I feel like you're still going to come and read it so you can enjoy it and experience like through the watch or the read. And I don't know, I feel like it's specifically to One Piece, because trust me, I'm sure there's other series people picked it back up because they are compelled to go to it, but like I'm not really too keen on just like picking up Naruto Shippuden and reading it again had I not already read it. Like, it's different if I hadn't read it already and I'm going back to read it and try to get all these different breakdowns. I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna go turn a YouTube video on, right? Or with Dragon Ball, I'm not keen on trying to go back to the beginning and watch the whole series over again. Or I'm not trying to pick where I left off. I know what happens with Dragon Ball. I'm not planning to go read Dragon Ball Super since the end of the tournament arc. I'm just gonna wait until the season officially comes back. I have no interest in reading that. And I'm not saying Dragon Ball just couldn't bring me. I'm just saying, like, that's not my interest at the moment. You feel me? Or other different new gens, like, I'm not finna go try to read Demon Slayer. Like, I'm definitely not doing that. I just watched the anime. I watched the movies. But One Piece, it does something differently. Like, I just have to know and be updated on what's going on. And if I'm not updated, I will eventually get there. And I feel like it's that for newer people. Like, they eventually will come back to One Piece because they want to know the mysteries. They want to know the update on the Straw Hats. What are they doing? Where are they at right now? They want to understand the villains. What is Blackbeard doing? They want to understand the admirals. They want to understand the world government. They want to know all these different things, all these mysteries, all these different keen knowledge and topics that Oda presents in such a compelling way that you just want to wait. And the reason why is because you've had this happen and you've gotten the answers to previous mysteries beforehand, so you know you're going to get them later on the line. That's how Oda compels you. He hooks you in with foreshadowed information that he eventually shows you, and now it's like, okay, Oda's going to basically reveal it to us because he's done it originally. So now we have to wait and be patient for him to do it for the next mysteries that we are so eagerly waiting for. And I feel like that's kind of the whole thing of One Piece and why it's done such a good job of staying relevant, been put in a big market, why it's so successful, because Oda is able to write things in that for generations, right, for decades, is able to compel readers and watchers to come right back to the series. Because guess what? The key questions, the secrets they wanted to know are all going to get answered in the end. And so I feel like that's something very big that has people coming back to One Piece, and why people just can't fully give up on One Piece. And again, I know that's a hyperbole. I know it's an exaggeration. There are people that have completely just quit One Piece, but the average reader that doesn't really have any complaints or hate One Piece, they really could just come back to it because it's accessible. It's so easy to read and understand, and also you just enjoy the series for what it is and the mysteries it presents. So, that's what I was talking about. Why One Piece is just so captivating and getting the viewers and audience attention. So, yeah. That's all I want to talk about. Didn't want too much of the time. I hope you have a blessed one, and I'll see you in the next one.